So, not having a good day here. Okay, well, it's springtime up here in interior Alaska. I've had a dream since I was a little kid to go out in the woods and build a cabin. It's just been a lifelong goal. And just last winter, there was an opportunity for me to buy a piece of land out on the Tanana River. So it's pretty hard to get to, and it's pretty remote. It's not one of those cabins that you just go to on the weekend and spend the night. And we'll get to it. All right, so there's where we slept last night, right behind us under that tarp. We're gonna go walk around, try to find some boundary markers, see what we can locate. Check this chunk of property out. For starters, that's the cut bank. That basically runs all the way up around the corner. So that cut bank's pretty brutal. Down there by those cottonwoods or whatever they are, that doesn't look too bad. And then there's an oxbow at the end that wraps around the whole property. So I'm hoping that we're gonna pop back out on that later. And that might be our main source of traffic, or our main route into the backside of the property. Well, right off the bat, we're finding there's a wind-blown spot over there that kind of sucks. But if I need to cut a trail through there, it won't be too bad. But we came in here, and these are pretty big trees for our area. They're nice and straight, and there's quite a few of them. So that's a good sign. It's not too thickly forested with real small trees, so maybe some of these bigger trees, you know, they let the light in, so there's not permafrost, so we might be able to get a sand point in. So I don't know, it's looking pretty good. A lot of rose bushes though. These are pretty nasty. Okay, so besides the first boundary mark that I found, we're finding these pink ribbons, so that's a good sign. It might be a little bit easier to figure out where everything is than I thought. I'm using my Onyx, but it's accurate, but not that accurate. So I don't know. Hopefully I can find this other corner pin. We'll go from there. Found the other corners, so that's pretty awesome. I wasn't sure that they were even marked all the way, but got everything figured out. That's pretty cool. And this is pretty awesome. It overlooks this little beaver pond. We put some goldfish in here, knock the mosquitoes down. But awesome, we're making progress. All right, well, I got to the farthest corner, and I don't know if you can see that. There's a big fire burning right there. Oh yeah, you can see that. There's a forest fire up there. I don't know what's going on with that, and I'm kind of leery about leaving all my shit here, just in case that thing kicks up. The wind's blowing this way from that fire, so I mean, worse things have happened, but they don't really fight the fires up here. They just kind of let them burn, unless they're gonna burn down a town or something. So I don't know. I'll think about it for a little bit. Walking back to the boat, I saw something kind of interesting. See here, we got some old wolf tracks, and then right next to that, there's some bear tracks. A wolf track right next to a bear track. Big dog, pretty small bear though. Maybe they're best friends. Yeah, look at that fire now. It's crazy. It's pretty close too. I don't know. I might think I'm gonna pull this stuff out of here. I got a lot of gear here. I'm gonna, I don't know, maybe take it down to one of them islands so I don't have to pack it all the way home. See what this does. It's about an hour and a half, 2-hour boat ride, plus a 5-hour drive back to my house. So it's a long way to pack all this stuff to get it down here, but I don't want it to get burned up in this forest fire either. So I don't know. We'll see what it does. Well, I'm still having boat problems. It'll run for a while. It dies within, you know, five minutes. So what we're gonna do is jettison some of this metal on this island, because we don't want to get rid of it up by where the property is, because I think that might burn still. So we are gonna unload, I'm gonna unload a bunch of stuff. All right, I'm gonna cut a little path here, unload this stuff. Okay, got a little trail cut. We use the wagon, move some gear up here, and then put the roofing tin up. All right, we got some pine saw here. Supposedly that'll keep the bears off of stuff. All right, well, I'm gonna get loaded up and we'll see what happens. Bummer. The saga continues. Apparently Pretty sure I blew up my motor. I'm like 30 miles downriver from the nearest boat launch and 5-hour drive from Delta, so glad I got this in reach. I don't think it's very good. I don't want to blow a rod through the side of that block, but we'll see what happens. Like usual. So it's 10:30. Pete's on his way. I was floating down. I floated down probably 3-4 miles. I just wanted to get to this next river so I could do a little fishing while I'm waiting. Might as well. Pete's gonna bring a kicker motor. So I was floating down the river, and then, you know, there's a little slough that comes out, and like some stuff gets weird down there. So I was paddling, trying to get back inside of this bend so I can get where I needed to go. And I had a earplug in one ear and a headphone in the other, so I, you know, couldn't hear much. No bears are gonna sneak up on me out in the middle of nowhere, out in the river. Anyway, so I turn around, there's a boat sitting behind me. This guy, Matthew Sam, pulls up, offers me a tow, and he towed me down here. It saved me a lot of paddling. So if you're watching this, Matthew, I really appreciate it. So we're gonna hang out here and wait for Pete, do a little fishing, try to catch some burbot, maybe some pike, but that's what we're working with. It's perfect. Well, it's about 7 in the morning, and Pete just rolled in. See if we can rig up a kicker or something. We got this 9.9 4-stroke prop powered outboard. We are gonna take and drill some holes in the swing decks back here, and then mount that outboard to it, and I'll just stand back here and drive it. Like a man. Like a man. Like a man. Front. Yep. Can you go slow because I got it with my hand? Like a man. Randy aren't gonna want to go on a boat ride with me ever again. Do you need a Leatherman?
Yes, that'll work perfect. Okay. It's exactly what I needed, actually.
Product placement.
This video is in no way, shape, or form sponsored by Leatherman.
No, not at all. Cool. Shoot, I might run all the way up to Nenana. That thing fur. Might have to invest in one of these. That motor didn't have enough power to push us upriver. We're going like 3.8 miles an hour. So it would have taken us about 9 hours to get where we're going. So Pete's gonna give us a tug. He's pretty good at that. And I'm gonna run the motor. Like a man. Too. So see what happens. Like a well-oiled machine. It's like we're doing about almost 5 miles an hour. Pete ran back to take a load of gear to the dock. Like a man. He's gonna come back. We're gonna try to get a few more miles an hour out of this bad boy. He's gonna tow me, and we'll use this motor once we unload some gear. But we are going 2 miles an hour. So this is what that looks like. Well, keeps the bugs down. All right, we got everything loaded up. It's pretty uneventful. So I got a 5-hour drive home. Hopefully that's also uneventful. All right, so I guess it was the alternator.